Hey everyone, SoranotRoxas here, and I think this is my first initial, let me just say, this isn't my initial reaction to Batman vs. Superman. I saw the teaser trailer when it was released some time ago, but I don't think I made a video on that. I don't think I ever made a reaction video on this at all. I just kind of ignored it while everyone else was just sort of in an uproar, like, oh, you know, Superman and, Batman's going at it, why are they fighting and stuff like that. And I think the reason why I didn't make a reaction video the first time for the teaser trailer is mostly because there wasn't a lot to go off of for me. I mean, if there was anything to go off of, it was mostly just the fanboying. You know, you got the Superman fanboys, you got the Batman fanboys. I'm more on the Batman side of things, but I still want Superman to be respected because Superman is one of my other favorite superheroes. But of course, I am a way bigger Batman fan than And you guys should know that. You know, anyone who's subscribed to my channel before or who's seen my videos before, excuse me, I think I'm bleeding from my face or something. Anyone who's seen my videos before, they know I'm a huge Batman fan. You know, whether it's the Batman Arkham games or the comic books or the movies and stuff like that, I've talked about them before. The TV series, different TV series featuring Batman, I talked about it. Okay, so, Batman vs. Superman, the official trailer was released a couple of days ago, and guys, I'm sorry that this reaction video was so late. It's mostly because I've been at work and I've been busy, so I haven't had time to make a video. So I'm making one now, and unfortunately this isn't my initial reaction from when I seen it, because when I seen it I was like, oh, this is freaking awesome, this is great, you know, this is like everything comic books, and I love it. And it seems like they're going off of the Dark Knight Returns here, and I'll get to that in a second. But okay, so what are my thoughts on it, since I can't give you guys my initial reaction, of course, for seeing it. Well, I'm glad we finally got an official trailer release for Batman vs. Superman, even though the movie doesn't come out till next year. They get into the habit of doing these trailer releases like a year early and everything. But what did I think about it? Okay, so I think it's good. I thought it was a really good trailer. I'm finally glad that we got some confirmation on why Batman is fighting Superman. I didn't get that. Now, according to the Batman vs. Superman, or the refrigerator just jumped on there, Man of Steel sequel, the reason why Batman wants to fight Superman, I guess, is because he kind of, like everybody, he doesn't really trust Superman. I'm not saying that Batman is more of a patsy in this, because, you know, Lex Luthor is going to be in here, and there's no way that you can have Lex Luthor in there without him influencing something. And we'll get to Lex Luthor in a second, and that's when I get to the cons up here. Okay, so let's stick with the pros a little bit. Ben Affleck as Batman. I jumped on this a little bit. I think I made a video about this, and I was like, you know, Ben Affleck as Batman. I was like, he looks, the suit looks cool. I kept saying that. I was like, the suit looks freaking awesome. And now, since we got more of a look of the suit and everything, we also get a couple more Ben Affleck scenes of him dressed up as Batman and him doing this Bruce Wayne thing. And I buy it, guys. I buy it as him being a Bruce Wayne so far. He barely opened his mouth, and I'm already like, okay, he has the skull down pat. You know, he has the bat stare down pat. So that's good. And Ben Affleck could already do the stare into oblivion. Okay, he did it in basically all his movies. He has that stare into oblivion, and that works perfect here. So Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne, I'm buying it so far. Ben Affleck as Batman, I have to see a little bit more. And I know what you're saying, you know, Bruce Wayne is Batman, it's the same person, we're dealing with the same character here. Yes, that's true, but Batman takes on a different persona. It takes on a different side of Bruce Wayne, and anyone who's a Batman fan knows what I'm talking about here. He has like a controlled split personality, and I want to see how his Batman acts. And so far, from what I see in the trailer, as far as like the little action scenes that they did, it looks fine. It looks fine. I need to see a little bit more, and I hope they show more. They possibly won't. This this is an official trailer, unless they release like a #2 trailer after this. Or with the Avengers, they release like 5 freaking trailers just to go to the movies and just be like, that was good and that was it. Okay, so I mean, if this movie is going to be great, at least bring some type of controversy so I can talk about it. If there isn't enough already with the fanboys and stuff like that. And did I get something? I think I got something on the screen here. Hold on. Can you guys see me? You guys can see me? Is the camera in focus? Okay. I don't think I'm gonna edit that out. Okay, so Henry Cavill as Superman. Yeah, you know, he has a Superman look and everything. I talked about Man of Steel. If you want to know my full-on view about Man of Steel, you can go see my review on it. You know, it's basically the same thing here. My opinion has not changed yet. And maybe when the movie goes, maybe he'll get somewhat more of a fucking personality. And I can be invested in Superman. Like, no offense to the Superman, like, fans and stuff like that. But, and a buddy of mine, me and my buddy just talked about this yesterday. And he's more on the defensive with this than I am. Or, well, offensive with this than I am. But I do agree with him on one thing, and that's Superman doesn't have much of a personality. And, at least not in this movie, I still don't know nothing about Superman for the fact that, well, they call him Superman in these movies. So, I would like to see more character development there, I guess. And people can argue that, oh, you got the character development in the flashbacks and stuff like that. I know nothing about this character. I don't. And except for he could be a douche. Well, not intentionally trying to be a douche. And, you know, I'm not gonna go into the Superman fanboyism here because I love Superman. I like Superman, and I want him to be represented respectfully. You know, something like the Superman animated series does, or excuse me, other Superman adaptations have done. Man of Steel didn't sell me on anything. Okay, it didn't sell me on this is Superman. I'm sorry, it just didn't. Like I said, I can argue about the freaking Man of Steel thing for as long as possible. I'm not. So, Batman vs. Superman, it seems like there's references to the Joker in here, so I guess this is after the Red Robin or Jason Todd is killed off, and Batman sort of retired from the crime fighting, or maybe he just keeps it on the down low or something. I don't know how that's gonna work. And we got a lot of scenes with there's a lot of fighting going on. Wonder Woman is there. They're just throwing her in there. I heard Aquaman's supposed to be in here too. Like, I don't know how they're gonna fit all of this in here. So this is like a Justice League prequel, and it seems like they're still rushing this. And although the trailer looks good, I want to know who the main villain is. Because if it's not going to be Lex Luthor and the freaking Kryptonite, they introduced the Kryptonite now, that wasn't in Man of Steel, so that's here now. And if it's not going to be Lex Luthor they're fighting, because it seems like Wonder Woman is really going at it with somebody in the trailer. So if it's not going to be him, who's going to be the bad guy for this? There's no confirmation on who the antagonist is going to be besides Lex. I really want them to fight somebody other than Lex. And let's talk about Lex Luthor. Okay, Jesse Eisenberg. I like him. I like Jesse Eisenberg. His Lex Luthor look and his acting so far, the red coats are coming. The red coats are coming. This guy's gonna be a riot. He is going to be a riot. He's going to make me laugh. I have a feeling he's going to be over the top while everyone else is going to be somewhat subtle. And he's going to be like, he might be like the perfect balance towards Superman. You got his sort of, Superman sort of blandness in here, and you can see it in the trailer a bit too. You got Superman blandness, and then you got over the top. So you got subtle acting, you got over the top acting here. And that might be a perfect balance, who knows. I feel like I'm going to get some laughs out of this guy. In terms of the way he looks, I think Jesse Eisenberg is like 32 or something like that, so he's a young guy. And so we have a younger Lex Luthor here. I really rather they picked a different person to be Lex here. But they're doing something different here, and they're trying to give you another version of Lex Luthor that you didn't see. And it's the same thing that they do with Joker in the Suicide Squad movie, and I'm going to make a reaction video to that right after this one. So I'm going to talk about that in a second. But it's the same thing, the same problem I had with the Joker's look, and I'm just like, I'm not feeling that as Lex Luthor, just like I'm not really feeling that as the Joker's look. I know they're trying to go for more younger like groupie appearance, I guess. I don't know, I'm not feeling it. So everyone else seems fine. Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, I was never on really much of the offensive, like, oh god, I can't believe they got her to do it. I know nothing about this woman. I don't think I've ever seen her act in anything else. I think she was in one of the Fast and Furious movies, people said. That's the one I got a text message. That's the one I didn't see. If you see my, if you saw my Fast and Furious, well, Furious 7 review, you would already know that I stopped after the second movie, so I have no idea who she is. I know her now, and I know her as playing Wonder Woman, and so far, she seems like she somewhat looks the part. I could also go with people who said that she's possibly a little bit too skinny, she's not muscular enough. That's fine as well, but anyone can play Wonder Woman to me. You know, I'm not really much of a big Wonder Woman, you know. It has to be this certain way to play Wonder... No. Anyone can play Wonder Woman. Just like anyone can play Barbara Gordon. Just get a white woman with brunette hair or orange hair for Barbara or whatever color fucking hair you can do. With someone like Harley Quinn, there has to be a certain person to play Harley Quinn, you know, stuff like that. If we're going to talk about female characters in the DC universe, as well as the Marvel universe, like there's a certain person that can play Black Widow and something like the Scarlett Johansson. But here, no, I'm not really on the Wonder Woman has to be played by a certain person type thing. Could they have gotten somebody else? Yes. Could they have gotten somebody else better? We have to see her acting first before I can officially say that. But I did reiterate that some people wanted another female to do this. Like, yeah, you know what? It would make sense to get like one of those MMA, you know, mixed martial arts girls to do one of these things. But do they have the acting talent to take it on? And Gal Gadot, I've never seen her acting, so I don't know. Maybe she was in something that I've seen or I possibly reviewed here on this channel, but I forgot for the life of me, I don't know. Okay, so so far from the couple of scenes we got with Wonder Woman, she's just really fighting, and I think 2 more scenes of her just walking around. I guess they might go with her and the whole, I don't know whether they're gonna go with her and Bruce Wayne relationship, her and the Batman relationship, because I don't know if Catwoman's gonna be in this, or the Superman and Wonder Woman relationship, because she basically flirts with both of them. There's not really confirmation of who she, you know, officially goes out with. She also... no. I was about to say she flirts with Green Lantern too. I don't think I've seen an adaptation where she flirts with Green Lantern. I'm thinking of Hawkgirl. So no. So different adaptations, depends on who the writers are. I don't know if we're going to get confirmation on what relationship they're going to be going with, but I personally don't care. So, because, like I said, I'm not that big of a Wonder Woman fan. I want her done right. It's the same thing with Superman, although I like Superman more. I want her done right, and I just hope these actors do them right. So far, they seem to have a good cast going, and it seems interesting and investing. I have no idea what's going on with the Superman troops. We'll see with that. How much Lex Luthor is going to be involved in this, how much is the Kryptonite going to play a part of it. If it's really Batman versus Superman, it's going to have them fighting throughout the majority of the movie, or it's going to be like a lot of talking and then like in the second half a lot of fighting. Are they going to do like an Avengers sort of thing? Tell some freaking jokes. Lighten up a little bit, man. Lighten up, because it's still a little bit dark here. DC's really trying to go the gritty type of stuff, and people talked about this in Man of Steel. I talked about this in Man of Steel. They're really trying to go this sort of gritty look, and it's like, guys, the reason why Marvel's kicking your ass is not just because they're taking their time with their movies, but they're also having fun with them. They know it's a superhero movie. This is make-believe. This is fantasy. Have some fun with it. Make a joke once in a while. It doesn't have to be like Guardians of the Galaxy-ish, where it's like a fantastic mixture of action and comedy. It doesn't have to be like that, but you could at least lighten up on certain parts. Maybe Alfred can say a joke. It seems like Alfred is played by Jeremy Irons in here, which is fucking perfect. Jeremy Irons can be over the top. Let him do something let him say something funny. It seems like he's going to be really serious here. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. But so far it seems like it's working out. At least for me. I'm really invested in what's going on. Okay, so guys, that's it. This actually went on longer than what it's supposed to. I do want to see the movie, and hopefully, you know, if the world doesn't explode or anything like that, nothing catastrophic happens, you know. Seems like we got the nuclear situation under control. So I will be there in the theater to see it just like everybody else. And, of course, I'll make a review about it just like I did with the Avengers and all the other comic book movies I do. Okay, so, guys, that's it. And I got one more reaction video to make for Suicide Squad, and I'll see you on that one. If not, I will see you in my next video. Okay? Take care.